Sorry. Good afternoon. It's 5:47. What a Friday. I'm telling you this day. Sorry, I'm trying to get my medicine to take. But, Lord. How would I start this? I got called at 8 o'clock in the morning. I was supposed to go for my first disability appointment. And I had called them earlier last week and let them know it was going to probably be hard for me to get to that 9 o'clock appointment. Knowing, and that's 3 hours away, knowing I had to come 3 hours back to a 12:45 appointment, then a 2 o'clock appointment. So, and I left that message. I sent them their disability paper saying I cannot make it to this appointment. But they never called me back. Well, they called me this morning around 8 o'clock and said that my appointment, was canceled for the 3-hour trip up there. So I had to immediately call my transportation and tell them the first appointment was canceled. Which was fine. But then the transportation come and got me at 11 o'clock. Guess who the transportation was? The same guy I told you guys about the last time I had to go to the doctor's on the 19th, I think it was. Yeah, the 19th. The old man, the one I had to help, the one who can't see at night, and I had to help get back home. I'm telling you, as of today, I swear he has Alzheimer's or dementia because he couldn't remember how to get back home today or tonight at all. I had to tell him what exit and everything, even though he had just got from here, at 11 something. And this is twice he's been here. But as we're going down the mountain, the vehicles, everything he does in the vehicle goes to the transportation business. And it pops up on the screen as we're going down the mountain. And he don't read it. He pays no mind to it. And I do. And it says, please, sorry. Do not what's that word? I knew the word. I'm going to put it like this. Do not ignore the speed limit. Now, going down the mountain is 65. I had no clue how fast he was going. I said, you just got off. Does this vehicle tell you when you're speeding? Because it just got on to you and told, do not disregard the speed limit, please. And I repeated it to him, and he's like, no, it all goes straight to the company, so they're messaging me that through the GPS. So I'm like, well, how fast are you going? He's like, I'm going 80, and it was a 65-mile-an-hour speed limit down the mountain. So I get to the doctor, see the new doctor, Miss Sussman. She's sweet and everything, but soon as I mentioned Lyme disease, and I'm glad she said what she said, so I wasn't going to be BS'd around. She says, I follow the CDC rule book, so what they go by, I go by. What they say, I say. And I'm like, so do you mean it's not in Tennessee either? She says, well, if the CDC states it's not in the state of Tennessee, no, I can't believe that you have it. I'm like, I think you're sweet and everything, but I cannot have you as my doctor. I just put it plain and simple. But I let her, she got me my refills, and I'm sore, so bear with me. Oh, because I got to get one anyway. Got my medicines that Miss Quarrel wouldn't give me. I did get my medicines, and I so need this one so bad. But did my PVP, my yearly exam, and because my PAPs are constantly abnormal, and the cyst in there and the mass on the uterus and everything. It wasn't that wasn't my problem. She goes pressing down on my stomach. And I about knocked her. I literally did. I sat up and pushed her. Because she did it so hard and it was so intense. And she's like, are you okay? I said, did you not read my paperwork? I have a mass and a cyst. I have a cyst on each of my ovaries and a mass on my uterus. And you're pressing around down there. That hurt. She's like, oh, I'm so sorry, Miss Martin. I didn't realize that. I'm like, you should have read the paperwork. And so that pissed me off. Sorry, excuse my grammar. It did upset me. Ugh, I so need you. Go down there. Then I go to talk about, we had to go through the whole 9 yards of questions and everything. This was fun. Everything was doing good until we got to talking about how do you feel on a daily routine. Are you happy, sad, moderate? Are you this, and this? All these different questions. And out of nowhere, Niagara Falls, me. I went bawling and answering these questions, barely able to breathe out my nose, snot coming out my nose. I'm crying because I am so severely depressed. And this was the nurse that was asking me these questions, and she's like, I'm sorry, hon, that I'm having to ask you these, but, you know, it's part of the routine. And I said, well, it says I'm depressed. Why are you asking me these questions? She's like, so we know what level of depression you're on. I'm like, I'm suicidal. If Miss Garland was here, she'd tell you I was suicidal. But I'm bawling, waterworks, and all this good stuff. Then I do the whole female issue and then push her off of me because she's pressing on my stomach. And then she's, well, how is your, do you need this, and this medicine? I'm like, that's my bone marrow medicine. That's my arthritis. And she started talking about the arthritis. I said, it's Lyme arthritis. It's been diagnosed. And then I thought, oh, Lord, she's CDC. She goes by the CDC. So she's like, you probably have rheumatoid arthritis. That's what it is. I'm like, no, it's Lyme arthritis. But you can say it's rheumatoid arthritis. You go ahead. So this woman, and I'm glad she did, she set me up to go to a rheumatologist to talk to them about my bone pain and the severity of it and the level of it, so we can find out what level of rheumatoid arthritis the CDC doctor wants to say it is, what level of it is. So I said, well, who are you sending me to? She told me the doctor, and unfortunately it's up here at the Crossville clinic that's connected to the clinic down in Cookville. I said, well, what kind of doc is she? CDC, goes by the CDC book. She said she was it's not a holistic doctor, but it's the other doctor you can go to that will help Lyme if you're doing it herbally and supplement, you know, on your own. And I know it's not a holistic doctor, but it's the other version. It's not an LLMD. It's not a naturopath. And it's not a holistic doctor, but she's like a holistic doctor. It's one of those, I'd have to post it again. And I immediately went, oh, they believe in Lyme. Yes, I'll go to them. Not meaning to just it out. Hey, listen, I'm giggly. I feel good right now because I'm home. I grabbed a piece of ham and shoved it down my guts because I remember I had to fast since 10 o'clock last night, so I had not ate all day on top of my medicines, and you know what I'm saying? I could not talk. That daggum my transportation driver to stop at a McDonald's and let me get food, no matter what. But he could sit outside his van and smoke a cigarette, but he couldn't let me go into a McDonald's right across the street and get food while he smoked his cigarette. So, you know, double-edged sword right there. But other than that, had my blood drawn. Oh, look at that. Pretty, pretty, pretty. I'm not going to show this one. Had a little biopsy at 9 o'clock here. Had a biopsy on the masses in my breast. Had the mammogram done. After they did the mammogram, I knew immediately they saw another one because of the way they did it. When I first used to go to get my mammograms, they do it and say, okay, we're done. We'll mail you the results in, 7 to 14 days. But then when I started getting masses is when I learned they started asking questions. And the first thing they asked, well, she asked me after she did it, she's like, have you had any surgeries on your breast? I went, No, only thing I did was take a knife and cut my nipple half off to get the tick out of my nipple. She's like, well, have you ever had breast implants removed? I'm like, no. Literally asking me the questions. I'm like, and I immediately knew. I said, you found another mass, haven't you? She says, well, we're going to have to send you to the next room to do the, oh, not a sonogram. It's where you can actually use, it's cold and they put it on you and they can do it in your gut, on your stomach and everywhere to look inside. I can't remember the name. And they had me do that. But what upset me, usually the screen was facing where I could see what they were doing. But as soon as they started doing it, they went floop and turned it away from me so I could not see. And then they ended up doing, and which I know they do this like when they're measuring a baby, the length, the width, the height, and all this crap. And I knew what she was doing. And then she got to my left breast and started doing the same daggum thing. And I'm like, well, I have a mass in my left breast and I have one in my right breast. She's like, well, that's not what I'm doing. So I knew immediately they spotted something. Not including the biopsy I just had on this one at the 9 o'clock. Oh, I got good news. And now these are two different appointments directly side by side. I got to take this medicine before my coffee gets cold. Yes, I haven't had coffee all day and I want my coffee. Eureka, I'm telling you. But I'm bouncing everywhere. And they said they would call me or message me, but hey, my cell phone, I've had it for over 9 years, and the thing has been dropped in water, and it don't work until it wants to work. And right now, it's got a voice message from them, but I can't get to it. So, But okay, when I'm done with that doctor, then I go to the PVP female doctor, the yearly exam, and all that stuff. I've already done my Niagara Falls. I've already pushed her off me because she's smashing on my masses and cysts down there. And got the rheumatoid arthritis. Done. Not idiopathic, doctor. After I got all that done, she was asking me, about your cycles and all this. I'm like, what cycles? I don't have cycles. Hello. I've told you guys for a year I don't have them. And then I went through the 9 yards. Well, do you have night sweats or hot flashes? This is exactly what I did. Come on. I've got Lyme disease. I don't know if I'm having a Lyme hot flash or am I having a hot flash because I'm a female going, I don't know. And then she's like, do you have night sweats? Really? Really? I said, well, I have to sleep naked pretty much now. I said, because I used to could sleep fully clothed. I prefer fully clothed, but now I got to sleep naked under a sheet and still wake up pouring sweat, and I'm constantly having to wash my blankets because I'm soaked. But I don't know, if that's Lyme or if that's female, but it could be, Lyme does it. She's like, you've got menopause. Really? So I did. I looked at her. Now, guys, you don't know this, and like I said, it's time to come clean, come truthful with everything. I've been in perimenopause, pre-menopause, since I was 30. And then she's like, well, when was your first time you ever had a cycle? 17. So I started late. Very, very late. Like 8 years late. Compared to my daughter, I started 8 years late. So she's like, yeah, you're going through menopause. She's like, let's run some more tests. Hey, guess what? I'm at a perimenopause, and I'm full-on blown menopause at 41 years old. Get that? 4 and 1, or 4 and 1. However you guys are looking at this. Hey, so I get to see a roomy doctor, a holistic doctor. That's a plus. And they're both the same thing. And then the Miss Sussman says, well, since it's in Crossville, see if she'll take your case on. She may be able to just take you fully since she can't prescribe me the opiate medications, the pain pills, the ones you got to pee for, she said, I can prescribe you all your medicines, but anything you got to pee for. My migraines, my Zoloft medicine, my pain pills, and there's something else up in that list that is like an opiate, but it's not. And which is strange that my migraine medicine is like an opiate. It shows up like it's cocaine. No lie. But she's like, so you'd have to see a different doctor to pee and get that medication, but I can give you all your other medications and be your normal doctor for that. Your normal PCP, but you'll have to see another doctor that prescribes opiate drugs. I'm like, I don't want to have to do that. I used to come down here once a month, take a piss, get refills, see how my Lyme was doing, see if I needed medication, and now you're telling me I'm having to see you plus another doctor, but yet the doctor up here will do it all. Plus, she's a holistic doctor. So I go, hold on, I'll tell you. Oh, Lord. I don't know where it's at up in this mess. I know I still got 3 appointments, though. She is having me go to a neurologist to have the mass and cyst down there looked at to see if we can have them took out or just get it all dealt with and done. Now, since I'm in menopause, full menopause, I can opt to just go ahead and get it all taken out. But if the cyst and the mass that they want to do check closer happens to be malignant, then I can't go get nothing wiped out, if that makes sense. So if they're benign, I'm allowed to go get everything of a female taken out. But if they're malignant, I can't get cleaned out until they find out if that's the only places it's at, which is a laugh and a joke to me because I have masses and cysts all over my inside. So, really? Just chemo me up and get it over with. Wait, I've done the chemo pills for the Lyme treatment. No. I will throw in the towel for that one. But, let's see here. This appointment, the 19th. This is to see the holistic doctor to see if she'll be my new doctor. She's also my rheumatoid arthritis doctor. But then I got to go the 14th back to the woman I just saw to get my blood test results, my blood test results, my PVP results, and get my biopsy mammogram results. So, I got 3 appointments. 3. But I'm hoping to go down back to one doctor and be done. But I also got to see the neurologist to see about that. Endometriosis, is it malignant? Is it just benign? Can I just wipe it all clean and get a vacuum up in there and just it all out? Or am I going to have to do treatments? And then I got this one, and then they've obviously found more, and they just didn't want to tell me, but I'm not stupid, I knew. Overall, my bone pain, oh my God, that's been the worst today. My pain level of deep, intense bone, muscle pain, rheumatoid arthritis, Lyme. Easy way to tell somebody you got rheumatoid when it's really Lyme because you're CDC follower. So I got to deal with that. Also, they're wanting to go in, even though I told them my disability company, the disability is fixing to use me as a guinea pig, and I'm fixing to get this, and this test. They're still having me, this doctor is going to have me go to the sleep apnea test, knowing I've got another one on the, oh my God. Oh, no, 11th. Okay, that one's the 11th. Even though I got it happening again on the 11th, which disability's going to make me do it anyway. But she's also having me go in for another MRI and some PET scan, I think it is also, on my brain. So that's my day wrapped up in a nutshell. Finally got my pain pills, just took my medication. I'm finally home from that crazy driver who can't remember where in the hell he's going. And I had to tell him how to get here. Oh my goodness. But you guys, I hope you had a good day. I got like 45 minutes for my better half comes home. You don't work this weekend. So look for the silver lining, because if you don't, no one else will. And yes, I look like I'm happy and feel good, but really I'm just putting on a face. I've cried enough, obviously, today. Niagara Falls, and didn't mean to. I'm lucky they didn't send me off, because when they said, am I suicidal, I said, yes, I'm suicidal. I think about all the different ways how to kill myself. I did say it. And I do it. So I'm lucky I got home, and I'm lucky nothing happened there. But other than that, now I got 3 doctors. And I got more doctor testings I've got to get done at so many different doctors, not counting all the disability doctors are sending me to. So other than that, look for the silver lining, because if you don't, no one else will. Keep it real, people. Never throw in the towel, never give up, and never say no. Love you guys. Bye.